Hi nerds! Today we're going to talk about something that we really shouldn't still need to talk about, but apparently we do. I don't know why some people don't seem to understand what plagiarism is or why it's wrong, but those people are out there apparently. Maybe it's because of the age of digital publication, but it seems like every couple months there is a new story about an author's work being plagiarized. And it's something that I see new writers ask about a lot. What if I accidentally plagiarize someone without meaning to? What if someone plagiarizes me? Most people know that copying someone else's work word for word is plagiarism. And most people know that's not okay. After that fact, there seems to be some confusion. According to Merriam-Webster, plagiarism is the act of using another person's words or ideas without giving credit to that person. Notice the word ideas. It's not just stealing another person's work word for word, it's stealing their ideas as well, the essence of their story. And that is where people seem to get confused or concerned. What if, you ask, I rewrite another person's book with different character names and change a few of the words? Plagiarism. This is one of the more blatant forms of plagiarism and also seems to be one of the more common ones. People figure out that by using different names and changing a word here and there, they can stop Google searches from finding it. I honestly think that when someone does this, they know they're doing something wrong. But Emma, you say, I really like this copyrighted story, it really inspired me, but I don't want to plagiarize it in that method you just described. I'm just retelling it in my own words. Still plagiarism. Remember that one key word in the definition of plagiarism? Ideas? That's the problem. Rewriting a story in your own voice does not make it any less of a crime. If you really want to do that and you just love this book and want to pay tribute to it, write it as a fan fiction. There's nothing wrong with fan fiction. It's great. Just don't try to publish it and make money off of it. We're all writers here. Imagine that you spent years writing a book, you slaved over it, trying to get the plot just right, trying to figure out the perfect climax and conclusion for the story, tweaking those character arcs, making them relatable. This is the book of your heart. And then all someone else has to do is rewrite it in their own words. All of your hard work was for nothing. It's not fair to the original writer who put so much time and effort into that book. But this book isn't in print anymore, so it's okay, right? No, it's plagiarism whether the book is in print or not. Then how are people able to publish retellings of Jane Austen books and Shakespeare plays? These retellings are perfectly legal because those works are now in the public domain because they were published so long ago. No specific person or entity owns the copyright. So you can base your book on a public domain work. Usually that's things published before 1923, and you don't have to worry too much about copyright. It's still a good idea to put your own unique spin on the story, but the power of retelling is all yours with those stories. Big question that I think worries a lot of writers. Story idea that I really love, but I'm worried it might be too similar to X. You're right, it's probably going to be similar to another story. Probably multiple other stories. Humans have been telling and writing stories for a very long time. Every author will tell you that it is important to read widely in your genre. You need to know what is a common trope that everyone's using and you're welcome to as well, and what is an author's unique idea that you might be stealing. It is pretty common in urban fantasy for the magical characters to interact with non-magical characters. That's fine, but if you call your non-magical characters muggles, that's a bit of a problem. I think that if you're conscious that your book has some similarities to another existing book, it can be a good thing. Aware, so you're paying attention to whether or not you're getting too close to another novel. It's more than being clueless and unaware and thinking that your book is unlike anything out there. My current work in progress is a fantasy novel, and after I had already come up with the idea, figured out a few of the major plot points, I'd even started writing it, I read another fantasy book that's been out for a while and realized that there were some big similarities between my book and that book. Not copy the other book because the things that are similar I had already figured out before I read this book, but it has made me very aware and conscious of the things I do, and I'm always looking for ways to make sure that my book is unique. These are just some of the major ways that I see plagiarism pop up in the news and in writer discussions. To copyright and plagiarism, there are a lot of shades of gray, maybe about 50. Worried that your book could possibly be a copy of another book or could be plagiarism, it's always a good idea to get other opinions from other people. Let someone else read it who has read the book that you're worried about and see what they think. Your instinct, if it feels wrong, like you shouldn't be doing it, don't. For today, don't forget there's no live chat tomorrow. We will miss you guys and we'll see you next week.